Namasabhaye. We are discussing offences punishments in Kautilya's Arthashastra. Last video we have discussed up to that is watering to the fields and the fixing the borders for the fields, etc. So today, traffic problems. Actually, those days traffic problems were not there because so much population was not there. Still, just Kautilya has mentioned the roads, how the roads should be prepared for various things. It's very interesting because for what we say, that means like a small road, a wide road, a narrow road. For example, they say like 2 feet persons. 2 feet means for human beings, small and small animals also, like dogs, etc. They go small. That is called a Kshudra, Pashu, Manushya, he says. So that means the small ones. Only small roads should be there. What we say actually now, what we say footpath. But if we look at the like villages, villages, there's a roads will be there. A small road, even now, tribal areas, Tanda, etc. we say. So to those things, fields and forest, small road will be there, not too much wide. And for cars, of course, we know. Now cars, those days cars were not there, but what were bullock carts, they say, bullock carts, chariots, and also, elephants. Elephant needs a wide road. So all such roads should be separate to go. So that what happens now, we are facing the problems because the same one road is there. Same one road. Of course, our generous people, they encroach upon footpath also. It is a different issue. That is a topic of indiscipline. We are not coming to that. But actually, only one road is seen now. But those days, for small ones, the village planning, town planning was in that way. Now, of course, because nowadays what they are doing instead of that, they are making, every time there is an alternative, and also human beings are so intelligent. Every time they do some research and they find out new ways. So now flyovers, over bridges have come just to control the traffic only. Those days, how the traffic was maintained, let us see. Now, actually, as I told you, I had given titles according to those 40 years back, simple terms. Offenses and punishments for the obstruction of roads. Suddenly, animals come and obstruct. Suddenly, nowadays, of course, human beings only, cars, bikes, trucks, autos, they compete with each other. That is the reason every day thousands of accidents take place. But now, why to bother about present situation? Let us look into the initial administration. The roads should be clear. One should not obstruct the paths laid down for human beings or for animals, because obstructing the path causes trouble to everyone. So obstructing the path is an offense. Now, of course, no offense, challan, etc., they check. But actually, if one totally in a wrong way he goes, immediately he should be caught and he should be either fined or punished. One who obstructs the path should be punished in accordance with the offense. Now he goes on fixing the punishments. Shudra Pashu Manushya Patham. This is Shudra means, I told you, Shudra means not Nicha, etc. No. Small ones. So Shudra is small one. Shudra Pashu, small animals. And of course, human beings, Manushapadam Rundhato, first obstructing the road, that is which is meant for like footpath. That is Dwadashapanaha Dandaha. That is 12 panas fine. And Mahapashupatham means, as I told you, camels, elephants, they need very big one because they are for the, those days. Nowadays, camels we can't see hardly now and then we see. But actually, elephants and not camels. Camels are not mentioned that often in literature because they are animals of a desert area. But here, elephants are very common because in the particularly in a capital city, elephants used to be there. So Mahapashupatham Chaturvimshati Panha for coming on the way or for obstructing the road for the big animals, that is double the fine. That is, it is 12 panas, now it is 24 panas. Hasti Kshetra Patha, again Mahapashupatham, big animals different. Like that means Shudra Pashu means like dogs, etc., small ones. And Mahapashu means actually buffaloes, ox, etc. Again here, Hasti, Hasti Kshetrapatha. So, for animal road, blocking the animal road, it is Chatush Panchashat Pana. So 54 panas. Setu Vanapatham Shat Chataha. Now, Setu Vanapatham means going to a forest and Setavanapadam Shatchataha, that is 106 panas, and again it is continued. They are different types of cities, Dronamukha, etc. That is telling uh, Dronamukha. Dronamukha is a village of some 400, etc. That we have discussed. So for obstructing, it is 500 panas. Now, that is more than almost like the minimum, that is average fine for Uttama Sahasranda, what they say, that is 500. And Sthaniya of countryside and of the pasture land, 1,000 panas. As I told you, it's nothing but Sthaniya, Dronamukha, that is Sthaniya, some 800 villages, Dronamukha, 500 villages. That means almost like, big towns. That is capital, not only capital town, but big towns for obstructing because when these roads are there, that means actually now if we look at this is applicable as it discussed the last video also. This is nothing but like outer ring road now we are talking. Outer ring road is meant for the speedy vehicles and also big vehicles when they go. Big vehicles means like lorries, trucks, etc. They go in a particular speed, they go on. So if somebody suddenly comes and obstructs the road, or just, like takes the turn or something, that is really, it causes to accidents. That is the reason they said, and this is nothing but Sthaniya Dronamukha, if we take what we say, the center place, uh, or what we say, like crossroads, the main road. It is not bypass road. Bypass roads have come now because of this national highway, we say. So national highways, what we said nowadays. So that way, for obstructing national highways and particularly very big roads, which lead like, for example, Hyderabad, Bombay, Hyderabad, Bangalore, like this, the main roads will be there. for obstructing such roads, suddenly coming and stopping the vehicles or human beings on the road. That is called 500 panas and also up to 1000 panas means very large fine. Now, if we compare, though we don't want to compare, but naturally comparison is required. In my research work, in my book, those days we were not allowed. Let me make the point clear here. Actually, I wanted to do a comparative study also. Like, those days, for even 40 years back also, these problems were slightly different, but they were there. When I was just about to compare, then immediately for Sanskrit particularly, at least here in our university, they used to say nowadays, what we say, interdisciplinary studies going on. But I am telling about like 40 years back, 40 almost 40 years back. That time they said they used to tell us Sanskrit is classical language. Almost whatever text we take, it is like long ago. Arthashastra, of course, it is third BC. So naturally, third BC, whether we take Ramayana, whether we take Mahabharata, anything is very remote past. That is the reason we were told that we should not compare with the latest texts. We are not supposed to compare an older text with the later texts. That was the rule. That is the reason nowhere we could mention about the modern administration. Now, in my lectures, I am explaining with a comparative study, with classical and modern, but that time it was not allowed. Otherwise, I would have written in the book only. Now, again, to rewrite a book means it takes a lot of time. That is almost like recreation. That is the reason only, at least I wanted to share with the share the matter with the generations, in the forthcoming generations, so that they know, oh, these are the rules. These, at least these rules are not there, not at all found in modern administration, because people should know. They just why they what we say, they come on the way, why they violate the rule. Here, the violation of rule, whether it is a traffic rule or anything, they simply do it because there is no fear of punishment. The major issue you see when some challans or something introduced for crossing the lines and going when the red light is on, what happens is the government imposes fines only, challan, they say, this much of challan you have to pay. Immediately, because this is democracy, Praja Prabhutva, immediately people go on strike, they give representations, no, 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 so much of challan we do. But why should you cross the lines? You don't pay challan, it's okay, acceptable. But why should you cross the lines, the boundaries when it is fixed? So, because of that, and because there's no fear of punishment, that leads to accidents, nothing else. Who are the losers means only public. See, administration won't incur any loss. But the problem is only to the passengers. Okay. Now, with that, and for reducing the dimension of these roads, the fine should be 1 by 4th of the prescribed, and tilling on them, the fine should be as prescribed. Now, even a small road is there. Nowadays, of course, it has become very common feature, habit to the people. What they do, if they don't have enough place, enough space in their courtyards, in front of their houses, they simply pour on the grains like rice and also maize, makka, etc. Corn, we say corn on the road only. Then how to ply the buses on the road? What is the way? So that should not be done. These violations were there. It seems that is the reason the restrictions were made. So that way. That way, what happens? The road is reduced means by encroaching upon. Otherwise, now we are seeing actually footpath is meant for the like pedestrians, those who go to market or anywhere. But now all the business establishments, all the our street vendors, we say vegetables, fruits, flowers, everything, they occupy the footpath. A footpath is occupied by these business people, and roads are occupied by the people who are traveling in the vehicles. Then where that common man has to go? That is the reason poor people, so many, we heard so many incidents. Old people who really simply go for walking early in the morning, they are hit by the vehicles because of this problem. If footpath is there, then it is the safest place for them. They can simply walk down on the footpath. But footpath is when the tea people and other juices people, etc., they occupy the footpath, and people are thrown on the road, and automatically they will have to meet the accidents. So these are the practical problems we have to understand. Now, here, now we say Janmabhoomi, etc., was introduced during the administration of some ministers, etc. People think that, oh my God, this is a new idea. They also comment, this is the brainchild of so and so person, so and so. Very great thought. But actually, this thought is not newly invented by them. It is not a new one. It is not their brainchild. If they have taken such steps, means it means to say that they have enough knowledge, they acquired enough knowledge with the help of texts, whether they are old classic texts or modern texts, it is a different issue. They might have taken from the Western, town planning system, etc. We have to acknowledge that. I am not denying that. But actually, the Janmabhoomi, that means Janmabhoomi is a name given to the work where people participate in the work. So, for example, that is actually cooperative societies will be there, corporate people's associations will be there. Now NGOs, etc., also they are saying. So that means without expecting anything, if there is something if people think who are the labor in the constructions, take for example a temple construction or development of a park or some tank, but whatever work you see, who are doing, it's not done by machines are used. Those days or nowadays, machines are used, but operating men are human beings. That means human involvement will be there. So, actually, if people, that means villagers or what we say colony people also we can see. Colonies will be there. Like actually nowadays, the corporator, etc. So many terms are there. Actually, in our childhood, I'm supposed to take give the information to you. In our school days, at least yearly twice, that is Gandhi Jayanti or some Independence Day, because just then only the freedom has come. That means almost I'm talking about before just 60, early 60s, I can see. So late 50s, because 47 only we have got the freedom. So there used to be actually Prabhat Fairy, they used to say, getting up early in the morning, like 4:35, and we were taken to clean the roads, in particularly gullies, we say, where these SC, STs stay. Because these other people, they used to clean every day their courtyard, pranganam, we say, vakili. But those small gullies, etc., they small huts, they small houses. We used to go there and really, literally, we used to clean some of areas. Later on, it has come in the form of NSS, National Service Scheme. We used to take our students on camps, and we used to bring awareness in those people, downtrodden people, and also cleaning, etc. All this. This is National Service Scheme that is there now. So this way it was done. Similarly, Kautilya mentions villages. Some works are there which are common. For example, if some 10 people think that it is to be done, they can do, they can dig a well, they can construct a small, because of course, here also I want to share one thing. We had very nice headmaster who hails from Guntur. I don't think now he is there. BA Mathematics, and he used to teach us mathematics and English. Wonderful. And all such people are Pratasmaraniyas, we have to say. And naturally, they'll be remembered for their good actions. So, what he did, we never had such thought. Dramas used to take place in schools, Jilla Parishad schools, and everywhere schools. A small, though we do not have music teachers, etc., but yearly for school day, we used to play some small plays, dramas, burakathas, etc. And under the guidance of our teachers. And see, those days, no professionals, even teachers also, generally the gifted, we have to say. Some teachers, they were singing beautifully without musical knowledge. With their, because we hail from village, they also hail from village. In villages, nobody was there to teach the music. But a born, that is the born talent, that is singing and also enacting, dialogue delivery, all these some people acquainted with such skills. So those who are endowed with such skills, and also the drawing, they used to draw very big, that pictures. For example, like curtains, we say. Curtain means not a small door curtain. Very big curtain, that is stage curtain, like now Ravindra Bharati, etc. See, that way, our Telugu master has drawn Veena Pani Saraswati on a big cloth by sitting on the floor. Oh, he has done now, it is an admiring factor. So, some days together he sat, and he has to on cloth. There were no, like, tools to keep to hold. How he managed, I was very small. So that way he has drawn entire Veena Pani Saraswati's picture on that. And then the drama stage was not there for us. That is, here again, that is the brainchild of our headmaster. His name is Chalapati Rao. If anybody, any his relatives are there, this is in, I'm talking about Domakonda Samsthana. If anybody in future or now they listen to this story, the Chalapati Rao master hails from Guntur. That much only I remember. Very intelligent master, very kind enough. He has introduced many schemes in our school, many, many. He updated our Jilla Parishad school, and also the school was having only some eighth or ninth, some eighth. Every year, one class he has, increased. Eighth, after eighth, ninth introduced, after ninth, immediately 10th introduced. He has done a lot of efforts to that. So what he made is, he asked, he called all the students, and all the students were assembled. He has assigned different duties to the students. There was a classroom only. So from classrooms, those days, small, some 7, 8 rooms, and very big ground used to be there, trees, etc. So one classroom, a main door will be there, and backside door also there's, they, um, master has made to open a door towards this ground, playground. And there only, just, with the help of students, the students only, he supervised, and students with what we say granite stones and all, and cement, etc. Of course, they constructed a dais for drama. And only during what we say school anniversary functions only that was used. Otherwise, we used to play on that. And four pillars were there. What for pillars means to tie the curtains, etc. Still, I remember. Now it is there or not, I don't remember, but it was. So we used to come from that inner door, from the classroom. The classroom was makeup room those days. Here, why I am mentioning this, it is not out of the place. It is with reference to the context only. Because some people together, if they decide to do something, it can be done. That is the reason here, Kautilya says, the rules is, you see, and we girls also did some small things. Our headmaster used to assign the duties as per the gender, as per their physical ability also. So strong people used to do something. We ladies used to help in a small things like that. He made everyone to get involved in the activities. So that way here, Kautilya says, punishments for non-compliance of villagers. The villagers should be cooperative with village headman. So village headman will be there. Like nowadays they say, actually, we had panchayat president those days. Now sarpanchs etc. are there, but panchayat president, block president, this way they were there. So they used to take, actually those days also we had school development committee also. Like these people used to assign, look into the matters. So that way, village headman, every person, whoever is capable, either financially or corporally they see, either financial help they should do, or at least by contributing the labor. Anything is okay. So they should obey the rules laid by him, and the village head should look after the villagers without any partiality. This is the most important thing. Village heads to, actually the caste system was there. Wonderful thing I am telling. Caste system was there, but no dispute, no ill treatment in our village. That means those days I am talking. Only certain period landlords in some places I am talking, in some places, those who are having a very large number of that lands, 100 acres, 200 acres. At that particularly in some places, they used to behave like a, what we say, Dora, etc. They used to take the without paying, vetti chakri they say, without paying the money to the laborers, they used to extract them. That was done. But mostly villages we see, actually Brahmins, Vaishyas and Padmashalis all were involved in village developmental activities. I would like to tell, because these are the things probably coming generation may not be knowing all these things, because they can't even imagine that there was such a society in olden days. That is the reason I tell to my friends also, if my time is over, if I disappear, so many things, because almost 50, 60 years, things I am able to tell you, share with you. So naturally, such life now, because of short span of life and they don't have the acquaintance with villages, they cannot get any information. But that is the reason I am really passing the information through this Zoom media. So they used to be very cooperative. Even actually, you don't know, in Rama Kalyana, Shiva Kalyana, the barbers, that particular day, barbers actually, they were not, they are untouchable people, they say, but actually on festive occasions, particularly Lord's, God's marriage occasion, festive occasions, they used to hold that actually the lamps means, fire lamps. There used to be, like, DVT, they say. That means There used to be some made with brass or something, and some cloth will be dipped in the oil, and with that only they used to stand even during night or daytime, and they are allowed to enter the temple whenever it is going on. Similarly, washermen also, they used to take the harati on the occasions of marriage. They used to take bath early in the morning, and they used to come to even Brahmins' marriages. I am talking, not others. So that way, all were given their due importance, and all were treated well. They used to wear new clothes on that day, and they too were gifted with new saris. Any marriage function takes place. Actually, we used to give new clothes even to them, those who carry the pots and bonalu we say nowadays, so pots and also the lamp. All this was there. This wonderful life. So therefore, village heads should treat all the people with equal treatment. No question of any biased nature towards them. Okay. The villagers should accompany the village head who is going on village work as per their turn. Turns were there because every day single man cannot come because he'll be having his personal professional responsibilities also. Therefore, they say Gramarthena Gramikam. Gramika means here, as I told you, Kautilya stone. Gramika is village head. Gramikam Brajantam Upavasaha Paryayena Anugacheyuhu. Here Upavasaha means not our fasting. Upavasa is wrongly understood nowadays. Doing Upavasa means sitting near to the God. Actually, according to Advaita, God is everywhere. So at least that particular day, what they do is, with keeping other works aside, they spend more time in meditation or worship. That is called upavasa, staying near God. Now it is convert when they are near God. What they do is, it is weekly once or weekly twice. What they used to do is like skipping the food once or twice. That is nothing but diet plan only. They used to take only fruits. No question of rice items, heavy items. This was called upavasa, staying near God, sitting with the God, doing some bhajans or parayanas, etc. That is upavasa. Here, upavasa means actually companions who stay together. And how paryayana? Paryaya means at all, one after one. So the duties are allocated. And when it is an open offer, automatically what they do is, yes, like today I can come, today I can come, the week days will be distributed. Okay. So the villager should here. The village man ejects a person who is not a thief or an adulterer. What he has to do, he actually he has to select the people who are not thieves, because thieves, what they do, they take out the material. Nowadays, the construction sites you are seeing, if the material is kept on the construction site, the very next day, some, half basta, half bag of cement will disappear, or so many things. Now, what to say about Kali Yuga Dharma? We have to forget about it. And who doesn't adulter? Adulterer means, mixing the all the things, spoiling it. So therefore, he should, if at all they do like that, he should pay 24 panas fine, and the highest fine should be imposed on village people. And also, if at all he uh, punishes this, that means who commit mistakes, it is okay. But for punishing other than the guilty person, that means who is an honest person, if he is punished, then automatically the fines should be for The village head also should pay 24 panas fine and highest fine on village for punishing guiltless person. That means who is not at guilt, who is not guilty, if they punish, because that means blaming others and all fake news or fake information. The villagers should contribute their share, which I told just now. Their share they should on festive occasion, particularly on festive occasion. The share may be, as I told you, festive occasions means I told you, like maybe Independence Day, maybe some other common festival, as I told you, Ramanavami and Shivaratri, and also like, Dasara Navaratri. Even now it is there. And we had, we have seen those days also, the panchayat in charges. They used to bring that rice, etc. They used to provide, and people used to cook it. So like the sharing will be there, and also paper plate now they say, but a leaf, the plates made of leaves, that is palasha, and of course banana leaves are not available in particular Telangana area, like coastal areas, take it Chennai or Andhra, they are and Rayalaseema also, they are plenty. But in Telangana, but with the made of modga means palasha. That is, uh, we used to have it. The share is there. So the villagers should contribute their share on festive occasion. The share may be either work or money. As I told you, either if they are able to pay money, and because if they are not able to help physically, they can contribute to money because some money also is required. This share or that share. Because now also people say, I can't come, but I can pay this much of for the towards that work. And if a farmer does not perform his share of duty, the fine is double the wages for not contributing his share. And double that of share. And for not contributing food and drink on festive occasions, the same are the fines. That means actually, if a farmer, either he has to do like physical or financial, that is there. Farmers are, why only farmer? They said means actually most of the works uh, these people can do, farmers can do. Because not only here, I can really, it is like, maybe stories of my childhood or biography, but they are so skilled, I am telling. Now we are, all people, I mean, so all groups, people have learned many arts. That is, pandals, you say, mandapas. So that erecting mandapas, preparing mandapas for marriage and flower decoration, all these things they need skill. Those days, I am telling, the farmers are so competent, so skilled. They used to bring all mango branches, particularly mango branches are very cool. In Kerala, of course, they use coconut, these branches only. Coconut branches, actually, the Toranas, those who are acquainted with that Kerala, life Kerala, who have seen Kerala, they make beautiful, like, Toranas, whatever are there, like arches they to tie, that is made with the leaves only, like what we say, coconut tree leaves only they'll make. Very beautifully they appear. Okay. Only we see the Velli Mantapa, only the pillars are decorated with coconut branches. But actually, there, because they are available, mangoes are not available. Mangoes are available only in mostly in our Andhra Pradesh, Telugu states. That is the reason Telugu avakaya is famous, because even if we send the mangoes there, pickles preserved we can send, but if the mangoes are sent there, they immediately within no time they get spoiled. That is the problem. If you see, if you go to Maharashtra, if you go to Chennai, we don't get the pickles of mango. We get the pickles of nimbu or something, and everything. Even in mango also they put lime. That means lemon juice or something for preservation. Where we don't need actually. Here only that is enough. So of course this is extra information for you people. So that way, farmers are very, very intelligent, very skilled ones because they know each and everything. That is the reason they say they always, every day, they dig, they make the borders in the fields. So they do hard work. That is the reason it is telling here farmers, not modern farmers. So farmers, they should they should share the work, either this or that way. No, for not doing, the fine is there. The fine is double the wages, and also not contributing a share, double that of share. And for not contributing food and drink on festive occasion, the same are the fines. That means here again allocation will be there. Duties, responsibility. Some people help physically, and what the even the catering now we are saying, isn't it? I don't know what system is made actually for the workers, for the labor people. Nowadays, somewhere the outlets have come to provide food, etc. But if food is provided to the laborers, how happy they'll be because they have to carry a small tiffin box to have lunch, etc. But when such works are taken place, large works, what I am telling is like, the, what we say, tank bund, we say, So there the sand is to be, put to build that bund, that is border. So all that takes lot of time. And also if any forest cleaning or any, as I told you, pandal preparation, etc. For that, when the people are engaged in that work, somebody is there to cater. That means to cater the food for not providing. Because if you are doing physical work, okay. Otherwise, this is a lighter wine, a lighter work. Lighter work means you need not cook for all the people. Some 10 people can cook together and they can provide the food to them. So, for not providing this, these are the measures actually. I told once in the videos only. A seminar was held long ago, that is 96 or somewhere, in Pune University. That is, the topic was Kautilya's Arthashastra and Social Welfare was the theme of the seminar. Oh, hundreds of papers were contributed to that. The book also has come. That is a seminar book with all the articles. It is published by, because the seminar was held with the what we say in coordination, that is sponsored by Sahitya Academy. That is Delhi Sahitya Academy, Kendra Sahitya Academy. They have provided so many things. Sponsoring means that way. And that book also is brought with the same title, Kautilya's Arthashastra and Social Welfare. So that way, in that, so many topics are discussed. This is social welfare because when the people are doing some work, there should be people to provide the food, etc. Also, this is also a great contribution. So this way now, anything is concerned doing a work taken up means you can see like you need not give 100 items, 100 vegetables, but like some sambar bath and the dhojana, the curd rice, that is more than enough. Naturally, nowadays temples what they are doing in the form of prasada, whoever really goes there, a poor person, if he goes to a temple of Sai Baba or some Rama or Krishna, they the lump, what we say, that is called pinda. Pinda is a lump. So a bowl actually, the size of Tirupati, these bowls also made of leaves, reduced now a small one only, but those days very big ones used to be there. So if we are taking, the big bowl, the dojana and sambar, that is more than enough. That is called working lunch. So many people. Even in Chennai, I have seen the seminars where they used to provide a working lunch. One is sambar bhat, one is curd rice. So that way it can be done. You need not do give biryani, etc. All this is really waste. This is a waste culture. But actually, this is more than enough. So that way, food also should be provided. And the person who does not contribute for a stage show should not be allowed to witness it. Stage shows also. Now movies are there. But again, unfortunately, I also have seen Surabhi Natya Mandali Natakas, etc. So stage shows, these dramas were there, and Burrakatha, Ukakatha, etc., etc. So when stage show is there, naturally all together only, because again, for people really, this is a my experience is really helping me in explaining these Kautilya's Arthashastra also, because they come in families only. All the characters are played by family members only, wife, husband, etc. That is overnight dramas. So automatically, the stage show, there used to be some sort of expenditure also, because they come and they ask village head, so some place is required and other things are required. Therefore, it is mentioned here. That means here another wonderful thing is, this is, here I am talking in 2026. This is talking and comparing with 300 BC. That means with whatever the system was there in 300 BC, almost same was continued till what I am saying, almost like 1900, 1960, etc. Because my, I have experienced this. That is the reason 19, that means almost 1900, 1970, I can say. This village life was there. So this way, the Natakas, whatever they come, 1960s also. So this way, the contribution used to be there. If there is no contribution, automatically they should not be allowed to see the show. Okay. So many things. Actually, I am not teaching Kautilya, but actually, this I can say, I am sharing with you the culture, almost a half century back culture, civilization of villages, I am sharing with you. So people who are who are thinking that only Kautilya Shastra, they may get bored also. But I don't mind, because my intention is to share the valuable information with with the particularly coming generations. Because whoever are our contemporaries, they know a little, like me only. And our children also, through us, they came to know. But now, coming generations means like who are presently 20, 25 years, they do not know, because their parents had no time to explain them. And they again, forthcoming generations, they do not know. That is the reason this may be useful information. Okay. And then, mm, for another thing is also, for listening or saying it secretly, the fine is double the same, and the same as punishment for not contributing to an undertaking which is beneficial to all. Actually, that bamboo partitions used to be there. In Telugu, we say tadaka. That is, a like a partition, a curtain like thing. Actually, partition, not made of, now cardboards are there. So we used to have the partitions made of bamboos. Actually, they're very good, because particularly in summer or in what we say, air condition, because airy will be there. All the holes will be there. So this all, what we say, even our picture halls also, and the roof used to be with the sheets. Okay, that was okay. And those days, asbestos, etc., have not come. Only a tin, some made of steel or something, they used to be there. And when rains, not the drops, dum 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 dum, the sound used to dominate. We cannot hear any dialogue or anything in the movie. And similarly, no walls. All the partitions are made of the bamboos. So if somebody sits outside also from those holes, they can see the play, and also they can hear, particularly those days. Um, that is, those who were having Rangasthala, they say, no mic at all. Their voice is as such to reach a long distance also. Actually, the music competitions, I don't know what is going on nowadays, but actually in our colleges, when we had cultural programs, etc., the actual competition is mic, mic adds audition test, etc. They say mic adds something to the voice, because some people voice generally may not be good, but it suits to mic. So that way, what they say, a music, and now actually the teachers also, there is a shloka also. Shigri Giti Shirakkampi, like that. A teacher should have a loud voice, which should reach at least 100 students. In villages, there used to be like that, only 60, 70. We also had in our Koti Women's College classrooms capacity of 180. They are called galleries. And no mic system, nothing. So we used to give lectures. We used to teach, which used to reach even the last student without mic. So that way, even for music competitions also, there were rules that without mic only they should sing. Then only the clarity, their voice clarity can be tested. This was there. This rule was really imposed when the selections were made. All this was there. Nowadays, that everywhere mic is there, but without, and actually without mic, the original sound will be very beautiful. Of course, this who will like now mic mayam only. So these are the certain things which are very, very interesting to know. That is the reason, whichever we see, whatever are favorites to me, naturally I share such things only with you. Whether you accept it or not, whether you like it or not, it is none of my business. Just simply I share with you. Okay. So see you there.